What if I told you that the difference between people who win in life and those who just get by has nothing to do with talent, nothing to do with luck, and nothing to do with how hard they work? It comes down to something else entirely. Something so simple that most people walk right past it every single day without ever noticing it. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to put it to work in the next 24 hours. So, stay with me. For years now, I have studied the people who walk into a room and somehow change the energy without even trying. The ones who get opportunities handed to them, who build teams that would follow them anywhere, and who seem to have life bending in their favor. And what I have discovered is that every single one of them shares a hidden truth that almost nobody ever talks about. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what that truth is. And I'm going to hand you the 3-step formula to become one of those people, no matter where you are starting from right now. The first formula is the misconception. Most people assume that magnetic people are just naturally charismatic, that they were born that way, and the rest of us simply missed out. But that is not true. I have met plenty of quiet, soft-spoken people who are far from magnetic than the loudest person in the room. And I have watched high-energy extroverts who somehow end up pushing everybody away. So, what is actually going on here? Here's the thing. Magnetism has nothing to do with being outgoing or saying all the right words. It comes down to how you make other people feel about themselves. I read somewhere, people do not remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. And that right there is the secret sauce behind every truly magnetic person who you have ever met. Think back to the last time you had a conversation that left you feeling alive. You probably felt heard, you felt valued, and you felt understood. You didn't walk away thinking about their vocabulary or how perfectly they stood. You walked away feeling good about yourself. And without even realizing it, you credited that feeling to them. That is magnetism in its purest form. Now, here is the part that changes everything. You cannot fake that feeling. People carry a built-in radar for insecurity, and it never switches off. So what is the real foundation underneath all of this? It is not a trick. It is not a technique. It is a level of genuine presence that most of us have simply forgotten how to access. And that brings me to the painful truth. We are losing this ability, all of us, little by little. Modern life has become a magnetism killer. We are constantly distracted, constantly checking our phones, constantly thinking 3 steps ahead to the next task on our list. And when you are not present, you're not connected. It really is that simple. I'll be honest, I have been guilty of this myself. I remember sitting across a close friend while my mind quietly drifted to an email I still had to send. My body was there, but emotionally I was 1,000 miles away, and I could see it register in their eyes. They knew, they stopped sharing, and just like that, the connection was just gone. But here's the good news in all of this. It is completely fixable. The moment you understand what is really happening, you can literally rewire the way you show up for other people. And the first step toward that is far simpler than you think. The first secret of magnetic people is radical attention. And I do not mean the kind of attention you fake by nodding your head while your mind wanders somewhere else. I'm talking about the kind of attention where you become so focused on the other person that the entire room around you seems to fade away. Think about the most magnetic person you know. When you talk to them, you feel like you're the only person who exists in that moment. And that is not magic. It is a choice. They have chosen deliberately to give you their full and undivided attention. And that makes them incredibly rare and incredibly powerful. Now the question arises, how do you actually do this? Start with your body. When somebody speaks, turn and face them fully. Put your phone away where you cannot see it. Hold eye contact with them. And here is the part that matters most. Genuinely try to understand what they're saying instead of just waiting for your turn to respond. That is the difference between hearing somebody and actually listening to them. I have watched people win entire business deals simply by being present. They did not have the sharpest pitch in the room, but they made the other person feel like they truly mattered. And that is worth more than any elevator pitch ever written. Now, attention is the foundation, but there is a second layer that pushes you into something far more powerful. The second secret is unshakable curiosity. Magnetic people ask questions that make others feel interesting because they are genuinely fascinated by other human beings. They do not walk in with an agenda to impress. They walk in with an agenda to discover. Think about it. When was the last time somebody asked you a question that made you actually stop and think? What is the story behind that? Or how did that make you feel? Questions like these quietly open doors that small talk never could. But here's the twist. Curiosity is not about interrogation. It is about giving the other person space to express themselves freely. You're not collecting facts, you're building a bridge. And when you do that, people feel safe, and safety, more than anything else, is magnetic. I have tested this myself at networking events. Instead of asking, "What do you do?" which is to be the most boring question ever invented, I ask, "What is the most interesting thing that happened to you this week?" And the entire conversation transforms. People light up, and that is when real connection actually begins. So now you have attention and you have curiosity. But there is one more secret that ties everything together. And this is the one that most people get wrong. The secret is strategic vulnerability. Now, this is where it gets a little uncomfortable. So stay with me. Magnetic people are not perfect, and they do not hide their flaws. They share them openly, without shame. That authenticity is what makes them relatable and trustworthy. The moment you open up, even just a little, you give the other person permission to do the same. I'm not saying you should unload your deepest trauma on a complete stranger. I'm talking about sharing a small struggle, admitting you don't know something, or laughing honestly at your own mistakes. That small act of honesty is the glue that bonds people together. Here's the catch though. It has to be genuine, never performative. People can smell a fake vulnerability from a mile away. So, start small. The next time you are in a conversation and it feels right, share something real. Let a small crack show in the mirror and watch how quickly the walls come down on the other side. This is not weakness, this is strength. Vulnerability is one of the bravest things you will ever practice. And it is exactly what makes people want to be around you. So those are the 3 secrets. But before I let you go, I want to give you one bonus action you can take today that will instantly make you more magnetic. Here's the challenge. In the next 24 hours, you are going to have one conversation where you can practice all these 3 secrets at once. Pick somebody. It may be a friend, a colleague of yours, even a complete stranger, and give them your full attention. Ask them a deep question and share something true about yourself. But here is the twist. You're not allowed to talk about yourself unless they ask. That forces you to listen, and to listen well. And then afterward, take a moment to reflect. How did it feel? How did they respond? You will be surprised. Now, if you found this valuable, I want to invite you into this community. If you are ready to unlock more of these hidden truths about yourself and about the world around you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. And I'm genuinely curious to know which of these 3 secrets do you think you struggle with the most? Drop it in the comments below and I read every single one. Thank you for staying with me all the way to the end. And remember this, magnetism was never about becoming somebody you're not. It is about showing up fully as who you already are. That is the hidden truth. That is the power you have always carried within yourself. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.